Thank you, Mr. Joshua.
Thank you, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much. Good evening, Mr. Vimalnathan. You gave us a wonderful speech about BPCL. Have heard you a lot of times speaking. And good evening to everybody, the faculties and management of TATTI and MET, and the moderator, parents, students who are here, and people who are listening to this. Good evening to one and all. And I'm really very happy to see everybody, lot of people, lot of students here today evening, in spite of this situation, come here to listen to this webinar. I'm so happy, and listening to students and looking at the students are very happy news. And but when I was called by Ms. Divya and Joshua to speak about this logistics to students and parents, I was wondering what these people would really like to hear from us. And then when I thought that when we have to speak about ocean and sky and there is no limit, definitely we can speak a lot, and we will never have a time limit to talk about it. See, I'm not going to give you any slides speaking and anything, but I'm going to make it very simple because I know there are going to be BBA and MBA students who are listening to it, and even the parents are listening here. So let me make it very simple, that let the parents understand what is actually the shipping, what is logistics, and how they can have their children come into this logistics. So shipping and logistics. Now many of you would have heard from your friends, your relatives, your seniors, neighbors, and so many, even in so many social medias, you must have heard about what is all about shipping and logistics. And you will definitely have a doubt about it, that what is this shipping and logistics is all about, and how to get into this industry, and is there a job opportunity, and will it be an job security will be there, what will be the salary packages, and what kind of companies are there, many like an IT industry or an electrical or a mechanical or a manufacturing company like us, how many companies can offer us. You have numbers. If I start doing it, listing it out, the pages will not be enough. So you have so many companies. We have a lot of ports in India, approximately 22 ports. We have about 113 inland container depots. We have about 11 major airports in India, which is actually handling a lot of shipments, exports and imports. So we have opportunities like an ocean and sky. So I would like to come to you based on these particular things, and let me explain it, what actually you all need to do to get into this. Now we have lot of colleges who are offering about these kind of courses for you. Like AMET is offering a BBA, an MBA shipping and logistics, and you have lot of other courses which you can equip with, and before you get into this logistics. And first of all, let me state what this logistics industry all about. Many of the students know, but most of the parents may not know, but they would still like to know about it. See, this industry is deep like an ocean, and it is vast like a sky. You cannot list out the opportunities. See, you have lot of opportunities here. Even in this pandemic situations, the one and only industry which is running without stopping anywhere. See, even the government needs the logistics, the hospitals needs logistics, our everyday day-to-day life needs and logistics. So we have lot of restrictions during this pandemic, but still we have been running around 24/7. We didn't have rest. I have seen that lot of companies had been thinking about shutdown, talking about shutdown, and talking about reducing their staff, manpower, and so many things. But in logistics, I have never heard this, because logistics, we are still running. I can say that we need manpower, but we need it with a better and a different skills, not with the same type of skills which before pandemic we need people with different skills. But post pandemic, we may definitely need people, but with a different skill that needs to be taken care by the institutes. And I think that definitely the institutes like AMET will definitely take care about it. So I definitely have to say, so And if I have to say that what logistics will do for these kind of students who are listening today is, you can enter into a logistics, and the logistics is not a product based. It doesn't have any product of itself. We are all selling services. So definitely an IT sector, if you take, they are based on software, hardware, networking. And if you take a manufacturing industry like a coal or a steel company, they are dependent on what, whether the steel market is down or up, or coal market is down or up, or nothing. And logistics never has that, because whichever industry has a demand, we supply for that. They always need the services. And even in this pandemic situation, maybe the manufacturing industries, like how Sir Vimalnathan sir said, like DPCL's demand has gone down, but we had a demand for the medical supplies. So automatically our demands grows when wherever we are being required to be supported. So this is how like logistics will help you. Like definitely without any logistics, you can nowadays see like you have lot of Dunzo, Swiggy, Amazon. Even these people do a lot domestic logistics nowadays. So we can see the DHL, FedEx logistics are running around the world. We are still doing shipments. We have a lot of demands for shipments to be done. So the exports and imports of a country is very much important, and they have a very great impact on the company and the country's GDP. Definitely, I have to say that it has a lot of impact, and it can still see, if you take even the last months, we have done about 8.6 metric tons of imports in only Chennai airport, and about like I have to say it's close to about 7.5 metric tons of import shipments and export shipments of about 8.6 metric tons only from the Chennai airport. And you can imagine during even this time, we have not been allowed to operate a passenger flight, but a cargo flights are being allowed to be done. So I can always say there is a demand for logistics sector. We can always say there will never be. Somebody was asking about the job opportunities post COVID. No, definitely we will still have a job opportunity, but you need to have a skill which is to be required at this particular time. And now the people who are working with us are still doing it, and they're becoming an online specialist. They're definitely doing that. Okay, and we have never stopped working. We are working 100%. 24 by 7. And earlier we used to work 5 days a week, and now we are working 7 days a week. And from morning 8 to night 10 o'clock. There is no limit for us to work. So we keep working like the same way. To be precise, like I have to say that, but what just I will take a note of it and I'll tell you. Last living process. Yes. See, for you all to know, like, let me just explain a few words about my company, Unique Freight Lines Private Limited. See, I myself had started my career 26 years ago, and I just started as a customer service person. And with this cargo industry, before that, I was working for an airline industry, and I just started as a customer service person. But how could I rise to a level of an overseas director, traveling around the world? Like, I have visited almost every country, and I have in exposure to all the big companies of logistics. So we have a lot of MNCs, which gives you more exposure. So Unique Freight Lines has been started 15 years ago, and myself and I have a partner who is a managing director, Mr. Hari Singh, who is also has played a very good role in my back, like he's been supporting. And I would welcome definitely most of the women students to come into logistics, because women students are really like, they have more opportunities than men nowadays. I would definitely say the girls, you need to come down to logistics and you will rock. Definitely, I can say. And I'm happy to share that we have not only grown horizontally in these 15 years, but we have also grown in a lot of verticals. And within this logistics course, we have a lot of diversities which has been happening, and which has helped us provide more opportunities to many students. We have been taking students of a MET every year. I have at least taken 4 to 5 people in every 6 months, I used to take 4 to 5 people from Amet. So if a company, an Indian-based freight forwarding company can give you an opportunity to do that, 10 students in a year, why not so many companies? You have a port, you have ports like Chennai Port, Krishnapatnam Port, you have shipbuilding yards, you have freight forwarders, you have custom house agents, you have transporters who are handling projects, you have NVOCCs, and you have airlines, you have IATA agents, you have a scope throughout. You have you have huge openings in freight forwarding. Actually, I shouldn't say it is a freight forwarding, it is actually a logistics, an end-to-end solution, what I'm talking about. When you talk about logistics, please don't ever think that it is only going to be a shipping line or chartering or a shipbroking. Oh no. Starting from a door pickup and landing it to the door, including in your insurance, transportation, and everything, this is entirely in logistics. You can find yourself positioned in whichever place you are convenient and whichever place is very suitable for you and you are happy with it. But please create a passion for shipping and you will never ever have feel for it or regret for it for making a career in logistics. So, and we have lot of openings for women, and in my company I can say that I can give an opening for a marketing, customer service, overseas coordinators, network coordinators, sales coordinators, documentation, operations, and these people over a period and experience and proving themselves, they can still grow to the level of team leaders, trade line managers, product specialists, branch managers, general managers, country managers, and whatnot if you are really able to do it. I can give you, the sky is the limit. See, the starting salaries, I have seen many students who are coming and asking us, why not a salary of 30K, 40K, whatever it may be. Yes, definitely the company would give you, pay you more. But will you be able to prove at the first 6 months of your probationary period? No, definitely not. You you take a space to learn yourself, place yourself, build up your career, and allow the company to know about you and give you an opportunity. See, the company is new to you and you are new to the company. Definitely you need to give the company the space to know about you, and then after that the pot is in front of you. You can grab anything, whatever is the package. I have one of my staff coming and asking me, sir, this month I have done so much of work. This was I have brought in so much of business. Why don't you give me a rise of salary of 10,000 this month? I could never say no for him, and I have given him branch manager position. He just joined with me as an operation assistant. Today, I can very proudly say he is the branch manager today for my Tuticorin office. Why should I say no for him when he is able to do the job? So, as rightly said in the last slide of Mr. Vimal Najan, the points what he has gathered together is definitely true. That what you all have to know is definitely all these points have to be taken in. So, for a specific customer service, I can now still say a few jobs which you people can train yourselves. The companies will definitely need a skill set which needs we expect it, but you expect a salary and a job security. Definitely I can say that the companies can give you a job security 100%, that rather than any other countries. Indian companies can definitely give you 100% job security. And I can say that if you just apply for any fresher who comes out as a BBA shipping or an MBA shipping, many of you must have completed your BBA or maybe an +2, and you must have applied for a BBA, whatever it may be. When you come out with a logistics degree, you can always apply for these posts. Customer service, you can be a customer service executive, you can be a coordinator. You have a lot of openings in the back office nowadays, because even before this pandemic situation we had a lot of openings in the back office also, and we have documentation and operation openings. And these are the first initial steps which you can take forward and put your foot down to start with and build your career very strong in logistics. And if you take a customer service, the customer service, what the company would expect, definitely we would expect a good communication skills. And I would should say that customer service should have a patience to listen first of all. And definitely I have to say they have to stick to their commitments. and they should be a solution-minded person. These are the main areas where a customer service executive can be placed. So when you think that these are your positive points and these are your strengths, you can definitely go for this. And if you take a documentation person, the documentation person, yes, we need a decent communication skills, and we need a person who is very strict and neat, who goes by the rules book. And we cannot allow a documentation person to go here and there and adjust anything. We need a documentation person who goes strictly by the books, the rules of the company. That is what we expect. So a person who can do and record, who can maintain a record, who can do a documentation, who is well good at his all these things can apply for a documentation. A person who can still go out, apart from this, who can still go out and do some operational work and field work can always apply for an operational job. There is not much difference about the documentation and operation. They are interlinked. So if you're a sales coordinator, you can sit smart inside the office and you can win even more. You can even sell more than a marketing person who goes out. We need smart marketing people and not a hard marketing people. Those days we used to run around. We were being asked to make 10 calls a day, meet 10 customers, a successful customers a day. But now I cannot ask my salesperson to do that. I can ask him to bring a business, but I have to tell him either do you do a smart work or a hard work. It's all up to you. Whether you want to spend your fuel and go out and do something, or sit in front of the computer, call the customer, and make your done. Your business is done. I'm happy with it. That's what each and every company would expect it from the students. So you have a great opening, and I'm just listing few, very few. Okay, one or two jobs I have listed. At back office people, if you definitely need somebody would like a back office job, and definitely a back office job has got, you should be ready for a shift system, because we work worldwide. We work for all the companies. Like you have need to work for an US timing, you need to work for an European timing, you need to work for an Asian timing. So you need to work on shift systems, and you cannot expect an Indian holiday, and you need to have a mindset for that. So you have to definitely have. And if you're multilinguistic, yes, that's definitely an added advantages. You can be branch coordinators, because you can coordinate with through all the branches of the company. So all these kind of job opportunities are still left for freshers. You don't need any experience. The company will give you inductions. Even my company, Hoover Johnson, I give a month of induction, and only then we start a job with. So you don't need to think that what should I do, directly go and sit on a desk and do it. Definitely you can. So basically we all need a good communication, your basic knowledge on a shipping and logistics, and you need to have a good typewriting skills first of all, on using a computer, definitely. So you need to have a good interpersonal skills, how to be good with your own team people. So that is very, very important. These are very few common things which usually you all will have it, but still these things need to be definitely, uh, we expect this. But you, from the point of view students, definitely you will expect what could be the salary and what could be the job opportunities. Yes, salaries, yes, you have even companies starting with 10,000, 15,000, and there are few companies who can still offer you 25 to 30,000 also. Depends on companies to company, the company's culture, the company's policies and everything. And that's going to be very temporary. It's going to be just for your probationary period. So if you are really a very good staff, and the company thinks that you are really worth and they value, and the company can never say that because you ask for a 20,000 salary, they cannot ask you to go out, because the company knows your value. They know that how much you work. So no company can never say that. So as an Indian company, we have never said no for that. We have always put that pot in front of you. It is yourself, you need to grab all these things. So I think I have covered almost most of the things which you students and parents would like to know. And I think I've not gone too technically into it, and I've made it very, very simple. So please let me know. And I would like to tell the parents also, if your children are really interested in logistics, please allow them to build up a career in logistics. the career in logistics is really very, very strong position. So please allow them to do that, and they will definitely shine, and they will definitely be satisfied with their job. And many people would be interested in traveling, and logistics will provide you a lot of traveling opportunities too, and people. And I am expecting lot of, I can see very few girls here, students, and but I would explain, please tell your friends, relatives, whoever it is. For girls, we have so much of job opportunities in and at par with men. Even now we have lot of sales managers for in girls are doing that. And the association where I am into, Vista International, which is Women's International Shipping and Trading Association, we have so many ladies who are in the top management positions. Okay, so even if you know about it, I think so. Ms. Vinita Venkatesh, who is a director of this Krishnapatnam port, and like her, we have so many people into this organization, and we expect more ladies into this. We have a lot of job opportunities for them too, and I don't say for men we don't have it. We equally have it for everybody. So I would welcome that. So I'm happily looking forward to see many of you joining into that, and let me know, like, I have covered everything. Thank you, Mr. Joshua. Thank you, everybody.
Yes. Ma'am, a quick question to you, ma'am.
Yeah.
This is from Karan.
Yeah.
He wants to know whether you could, whether you have any idea about government jobs in relation with logistics and shipping management, ma'am.
What's that?
Government jobs, whether there are any government in India, whether there is any government jobs available in related to logistics and shipping.
See, there are a lot of government organizations who are into, even our DG shipping is there. You have a lot of institutes, government institutes are there. You have a lot of openings also there. So if you wanted a government job, that is a totally different one. You can choose. We always have. It's not only like we have a logistics sector also, which is happening. When you take SCI, it is actually a government, it is our own government shipping lines. So it is a kind of a government job. You cannot expect a direct government job in logistics. Yes, we do have it. See, every sector, whenever you take it, even if you take a forestry department, there is a logistics which is happening in the forestry department. So that is a government job. If you get into the forestry department, there is a logistics opening for a person who exports all these logs taken from the forest and they move in it. So we have handled that. So there is a person who is sitting and handling this. That's a logistics opening, and that happens in the government department. So you cannot expect a separate logistics department in government to provide you a job. But every department has a logistics opening. So I can say definitely we can do that.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for spending your valuable time and giving various inputs. And you have motivated many women, because many women think that maybe logistics is not the right kind of job opportunity for them. But I think you have given them a lot of motivation, because that was one of our questions too. We had this question from a person called Sanjana, whether a woman would play an important role in logistics. And I think you have answered that question. So once again, thank you very much, ma'am. On behalf of all the participants, ourselves, both the institutions, we would like to thank you for spending your valuable time with us.
Much.
Thank you.